As you're aware, Kenya, there's a lot of construction going on, right? It's been said there's a glut in the market. There's too much being built. So how do you differentiate yourself? And the only way you differentiate yourself is by being different, using the technologies we're talking about, endorsing and embracing anything that is new, that is sustainable and is working.
The problem is a lot of research in sustainability has been done with reference to, like in Kenya, sustainable tourism, for example, sustainable sanitation, sustainable farming. So we are yet to actually reach a point where we are looking at architecture as a sustainable architecture.
We are facing issues of sustainability and of multiplication and of housing deficit in very many places, and the issues that are being discussed here are very pragmatic, and they empower an architect or a developer with practical solutions on what they can do to impact their societies and also their own personal lives.
The challenge with architects, we are not research-based architects. Most of us, we are production-based. So we do a lot of production of whatever we already know. So to shift that mindset from where we also take the initiative to try and study a lot of these technologies, and that does not apply only for low-tech.
And one interesting case that we did a couple of years ago was housing scheme, low-cost housing in Kibera, where we are looking at all these ideas, what exactly is low-cost technology, appropriate materials. And then you talk to people on the ground and you realize it's a completely new world altogether. And that's where you even find with academia and practice and the actual the reality on the ground is very different, because people have a very different idea of exactly what they want, and the appropriateness of materials is understood completely different.
The reason why we haven't gotten a lot of work on the ground now is because the research that is there is very little. Because now we have people doing production. The problem is that we do not have people doing research. So can we now bring the research and the production together, which is where I feel Kenya and the larger East Africa is at this point.
We did another project, actually Susan was involved in it, Shell of Steel, which was basically using steel sheets for rapid construction for housing. Brilliant idea, houses could be built within 2 weeks, some that could change the world. But then after getting into it, you realize communities don't want to move, say, from a Mabati house to go to another Mabati house, however fancy it is.
I think it's just the greater understanding of what is sustainable architecture, that there is lack of documentation for our buildings and how we can build sustainability, and even just the realization that yes, it's time to start building sustainably. Unfortunately, the field of academia is not that easy to change, so it's probably again to start the mindset in our schools. There's the Machakos Declaration that just happened in February, which is hoping to bring sustainability greatly in our curriculum. So I hope then with that will probably be a starting point for East Africa and the greater Africa.
And now you have to find the space and the time and the resources to indulge in this practical research and then document your findings and then share that with whoever you want to influence.
So it's really experimental. Somehow we have to find a way of getting out there and doing it. Then you can call all the doubting Thomases and tell them, look, here it is. You can't dispute what is solidly on the ground.
So I think it starts with change of mindset for all of us, not just the architects and not just the schools.
I think there's a lot to do in terms of getting people at a young age to be able to adopt and sort of embrace the technologies.
It's really a question of opening people's minds. As we mentioned at the start, it's a question of a mindset. How do you disassociate this low-tech perception from association with poverty or backwardness?
I think from our training and common practice, our approach to construction, to building, to development is from a commercial side. For me, low-tech invites another angle of the social element, which would mean involving the community in implementing some of these ideas. But also, if we give architecture, if we give construction that social element, then the society will come to appreciate, because they'll see what value is bringing to them, and they'll get to appreciate.
Not even just in Kenya, in our neighboring countries, there are people who are trying to champion this initiative of low-cost housing or low-tech housing or sustainable architecture. So just the realization that we are in it together, there's lots more minds, and hopefully even there's lots more minds who did not attend Roundtable, who then we can begin to champion this together. We can't say we have not done anything, but we can say that we still have a long way to go, and hopefully with forums like this, then we can get there a lot faster.